Previously on For Mother Matron. Huh? What did you hear? Oh, fuck! Kirby, what did they do to you? Lizzie. Lizzie, snap out of it. Slaps me lightly on the cheek, trying to rouse me from whatever trance I throw him in. Okay, so that's... So is it like the Mother Matron exists in the real world and just takes people? Like, in this case, you just go to the destitute, and then any child born there, they just take? They're like, whatever this is, or is this like... Or is there just like context of it's the same world? Hmm. What was that, Liz? You alright? So, saw someone. It's giving birth and... Lizzie, what are you talking about? Before I can explain... Huh? Lux, do you feel that? What? Feeling... sleepy. What are you talking about? Something about that sound. Flipped a switch in me. Suddenly felt extremely exhausted. I struggled to stay open. That's some serious psychological Pavlov's dog. Lux. Hi, Mamas. How are you? You and Rich have a good time? A horrible man appears before me, as if he just grew out the floor. Stares at me for a moment. Slowly waves his hand at me, while glaring and blinking. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? My legs start to wobble, my eyes barely staying open. Backwards.
Liz!
Lizzie! He shouted at me. Didn't matter. I fell unconscious right on the spot.
You see it all now.
Rip Pucks. You were a good one.
The wind blows, where the birds are flying, where the blood is pooling, where the flies will be buzzing. Could you have done anything at all? Could you have changed the arrow of the compass?
Give me after the Let's Play and I'll answer that. See if it actually matters if I try to save Rich.
Who can say? Who can say? All I know is that it's waiting for you. The womb of paradise is open, calling you.
Not a place, it's a state of mind.
Will you go, Lizzie? Will you go, soul behind the glass? You should. It's warm and inviting, wet and vast. All the children of men could return if they wanted to.
That'd be an interesting concept where death is... Because, you know, you think like a corpse, right? Death is cold, but... it being warm compared to reality. Nice blanket. Before I have time to process it, the messenger's back behind me, fiddling around again. Sounds like she's moving a cable, plugging something in. Slurping sound grows faster. World fades again. This is just a fucked up version of the Matrix. They're plugging me back in. Ah, shit, she's awake again. Got the Kiss of Life achievement. Sure that Rich and Puck survived the journey. Well, okay, yeah, I guess. Pucks. We don't know what happened to Pucks. And I guess Rich technically didn't die. I mean, like, he got his eyes plucked out, but you know. I guess you could survive that. So, I guess they're fine. Everything's fine. They're alive. They're happy. The achievement said so. Well, maybe not happy, but the achievement said they're alive. Wakefulness again, or before technically, since this is a memory. What? Where am I? I was back in the monolith, in front of the matron's chamber. Don't remember how I got here. I carried? Teleported? Was the nightmare I just went through all a bad dream? Desperate hope for that. Hello? Anyone here? Venus Mother? Where did the buzzing come from? Did I hear something unlock there too? Looked to the door. Being instructed to go in? I resolved to check. Roll a disable device. Open. Something deep inside me was belting out in desperation, begging, pleading for me not to step through the door. Yet, an even grander compelled me to continue. So I did. Mother, I love what you've done with the place. My eyes struggled to really take in the sight before me. Lizzie, it's fucking awesome! I also kind of like I was listening to the music a little bit. I kind of like it. It's like fucking industrial stomp. Like industrial horror stomp. I was in a room that was live. Living, writhing architecture that took the shape of walls and ceilings. Pulsating masses that maintain rigidity, and yet desperate to wriggle like worms after the rain. The room smelled of iron, pus, and excrement of a nature I could not know or hope to ever know. Gazed upon the abnormal architecture, unable to blink. I see them. There, bumped against the wall. There sat Pucks, and they ain't looking so good, Lizzie! Out. There. Eyes. I want to scream, but my body refuses to cooperate. Yeah, I guess at some point I probably could have killed one of them, but I guess I chose right. At first, my instincts count when they matter, I guess. At first, their stillness convinced me that they were dead. Just there, lying against the wall. Bodies limp, mouths slack with dried spittle at the corners. And yet, their chests were slowly expanding and oh, they are alive! They were breathing. I hesitate to say they were alive. Their bodies still functional, they're hooked up to the room. Their lips were even trembling a little. He's whimpering.
My dear child, you finally arrived.
Mom? That part that was just disgusting noise. And yet I understood. Noise had come from behind me. Slowly turned, defying my body the whole way. You know that sat behind my back was something so dreadful that ignorance of it seemed like paradise. Finally turned around, my eyes truly saw for the first time a glimpse at the true reality which existed confidently in stark contrast to my perception of it. Oh, the fucking mom penis spider. In front of me at the center of the room of flesh and blood, the flesh stood an abhorrent, towering thing of meat with horrible, spindly appendages and crimson black eyes. It made my soul feel puny.
Does speech escape your tongue? What feeling does the sight of your progenitor inspire inside you?
Well, the first thing I thought of was you were shaped like a penis, so what does Freud got to say about that to me? I'll save it here. Who are you?
You know the answer to that question.
Why is the intense music playing? I mean, I understand why, but that's usually like you need a QTE. It actually just didn't want to say it and make it feel real. You're the Mother Matron, aren't you?
Correct. You always were clever.
Nightmare leans at that wrinkled Max, approximating a head towards me. Its eyes squint at me. Sickly warm air flows and disappears into bursts in front of me. Though from what orifice, I don't know. Is it smelling me?
You reek of fear. Oh, confusion.
There's no mouth on the beast, but I can almost sense a smile forming somewhere in what should be its incomprehensible expressions.
And delectable terror.
It's dripping from the wrinkled jelly inside your skull.
That's a... This game has a interesting way of phrasing things. I like it. It really sets the mood.
The thoughts are rattling around inside your skull. Run away! Run away from the horrid monster!
You haven't seen my channel, have you, Mother Matron?
You'd throw yourself into a pit of acid, raisins and salt if it meant you'd escape me. It's delightful. Decadent.
Take tepid steps back from that thing. Clutch my hands tight together in a futile attempt to quell their trembling. What are you?
You know that answer as well, though you are unable to put it into words. Allow me.
That line goes really fucking hard for an Eldritch Entity, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
was there when Mother and Father Darkness gave birth to the sun. I am the substance of the dark, the razors at the edge that
Motivates you to see fire in the sunlight.
Mother and Father Darkness gave birth to the sun. I am the substance of the dark, the razors at the edge that motivate you to seek fire and sunlight.
Happiness and joy would be meaningless.
Oh god, we're getting into like concepts like Slay the Princess, which by the way, I stream that on the channel, go watch it. I am a sane man that is not stubborn and giving a middle finger at the narrator the entire time.
your kind are quick to forget, quick to shun everything I am. I will teach you all the truth. Everywhere you turn, I will be there. Crack open your skull, and I'll be there. Crawling up the walls, sucking on the milk of your misery. Licking your brain, until the silence comes and all that you are has gone dark.
It, everything I was hearing, everything I was seeing, something. I had to move, get out now. I like the way she speaks. I love gods that are just straight up just concepts more than like, you know, like, oh, you're the god of war. Oh, you're the god of the sky. No, I am the concept of fear and misery. I had to do something. Sorry, it didn't give me an option to fight. I would have socked her in one of those eyes if I could. Can't move. My brain and my heart are screaming out to move, but nothing happens.
Oh, what's the matter? Can't seem to move.
Just kill myself. Like, fuck you, you ain't getting my despair. Dies. Oh shit, maybe I should have done that. I just figured if I surrender, maybe I'll get a fighting chance or something. Let her monologue some more. That's sweet lore. I was screaming in my body. Do something. Literally anything. Can't save her. What? My body begins to tremble. My legs feel like they've become boneless jelly in fear. I fall to my knees.
So many things you would love to try. So many things you wish you'd tried before.
Do you really need to show them so pathetically?
Okay, that comment was getting kind of meta.
Is that all you little vermin can do when grief and misery overwhelms you?
I'd piss myself. I struggled, screamed, pleaded with the unseen powers that be could deliver me from the Mother Matron's clutches. I'm trying, but nothing happens. Lost myself, lost control. Did I ever even have it to begin with, I wonder? My body tries on its own, curl into a ball, wrapping my arms tightly around my knees, trying to make myself as tiny as possible. Hot, salty tears are running down my face. My teeth are chattering.
Yes, that's right. Become what you were when you entered the world. A sniveling little babe. Fresh meat for wolves. Fresh meat for the rats. For the beasts below. Your mother saw something in you back then, you know. When you were first born, her eyes glowed like starlight at the thought of you. She was ready to die for your sake.
My mother? That's right. Never even thought about it, but been born somehow. How did my life even start here? Pause.
Would you like to know how?
This information I really need to know? No, but she's probably gonna tell you anyways. She seems like a sadist. Feels like the answer's something I'll never be able to unhear. Or how desperate they would like to. The worst thing anyone could ever say to me. Does my curiosity overwhelm my trepidation? Yeah. Unable to utter a word, I simply nod. I'm like unsure of my reasons.
I threw her to the ground and peeled the skin off her body into thin strips, layer by layer.
I retracted her teeth into her gums and stole.
I tore her breasts off and threw them aside like the rind of peeled fruit. I tore off her nails one by one, and then I buried them in her flesh.
I'm suddenly reminded of the Pyramid Head from the Silent Hill movie.
I made the talent of her ribcage rise inward and skewer her organs. I sucked her heart out of her throat and squashed it like a rotten grape.
I crushed her limbs into the center of her body. The bones cracked and splintered, and marrow and blood and juices splashed all over the room.
You guys can't see it, but I'm cringing. Also, I feel like this is the one time the writer got to go really fucking ham.
From my hand, everything she was, into a bowl of meat and putrescence. One of her eyes was still intact at this point, believe it or not. It had shot across the room. I made sure she was alive for all of it. She felt every second. She saw every second.
And then I picked you up and took you home.
Oh, how nice of you.
The pity, though, her misery tasted stale. Wasn't worth the effort.
Yes, Loretta's my mother. That was the baby being born.
You, though, you've always smelled delicious. Out of all my cattle, you've always had the most savory aroma.
Petal.
Have you not realized?
You and your siblings are nothing more than my sustenance.
It probably feeds off our misery. That can't be.
You grow in my pastures, suffering sweetly all your lives, until you're ripe. The best of you are sent to the crepuscule.
Crepuscule.
The mid-grade meat dies to the beasts, and then the high-grade meat makes its way to me.
So who's Momus? Is I just like their agent? Like the Silver Surfer to Galactus?
By then, you're
Harold.
succulent and dripping with misery and grief.
We're just here to suffer? For this thing's own sick pleasure and amusement? Hallucinations? Her doing too? But then everything we were doing, was it for? But what about the womb of paradise?
Forgive me, child, but I cannot contain my appetite any longer. I must feast.
Oh! I cried for help, with no answer. That day, Mother embraced me. Why do I feel slightly aroused by this sensation?
Why am I used to this sensation?
You need this more than me. Did you just hit me with a frying pan?